Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of A Coffee with Chris, the social media show that helps you create impact. As always, brought to you in association with our charity partners, 𝗖𝗵𝗄𝗲, who help local people affected by cancer, and Blue Bear Coffee. These guys are the coffee for your business, so they can help children that have sadly experienced human trafficking. Today, I've been sipping on their Kenya blend. It is delicious and it is supercharging me during this silly season of campaign planning on social media, etc. You can pop into their coffee shop on Tombland if you're based in Norwich. You can order it online. You can become a member of their coffee club. They're an amazing social enterprise. Go and get yourselves involved with Blue Bear Coffee. The coffee's delicious. Also, this podcast is brought to you in association with some amazing sponsors: Oliver Hill from Hill Coaching Company, Limitless Film and Media, Gemma Crane from Mindset HR, and Wingfield Consultants. That's the formalities done and out the way. Today's guest, really happy to bring on a good old friend of mine, founder of IconicWeb, Martin Reynolds. IconicWeb, for those of you that don't know, help UK businesses boost their visibility online and generate more leads with WordPress, web design, and effective SEO strategies. Martin, welcome to A Coffee with Chris, and I'll kick it off with a question on the why, because today I really want to tap into your knowledge and expertise around AI search. Why should businesses care about this? And just tell us all about that to kick us off with, please.
All right, thank you, Chris. First of all, thank you for inviting me on. Basically, AI, I mean, it's definitely reshaping how people discover information. We're moving from the good old Google search to asking, so from searching to asking, and asking specific questions. Tools like 𝗖𝗵𝗄𝗶𝘁𝗵, Perplexity, Gemini, there's loads of tools out there, but they're the three that I use on a daily basis. They're already given direct answers. Okay, so they're often they're giving answers without showing the traditional Google results. The feedback I've got from people that are using these tools to search is they don't get any of the crap that comes with Google. You know, all the ads, they've got to scroll through all the different links, the different options there. When they put a question into an AI tool, they get quite an informative answer. So for me, for as business owners, for us to get into the AI tools, it means that our content on our website, it needs to be optimized. Okay, not just for Google, but also for these AI-driven assistants these days. So our sites need to be clear, they need to be trustworthy, and well-structured and valuable information. So there's this fear about AI taking people's jobs and taking over the world. But as business owners, it's not about fearing AI, it's about adapting it early and positioning your business as the best possible answer to your customers' questions in your industry. So if you think about the common questions that people are asking you when they call, or what they could be searching for, they're going to be putting that into the AI assistants as well, into the chatbots. So if you can answer those questions, brilliant.
It's almost, I love that. What a great place to start, Martin. Thank you for kicking it off with that. It just really highlights the importance of it. And really, I just see it as supercharging our search, right? And people are able to get answers quicker, easier, more seamlessly. But I want to come to you, Martin, on the starting steps, because as you say, business owners and people generally, let's be frank, they hear AI and they go, whoa, and they get really scared and really intimidated, and they see it as like this kind of unattainable, geeky, techie thing that they can't really jump in on. So how can a business start the journey into being found through AI tools as well as Google? I'm sure, Martin, there's some kind of core fundamentals which you would recommend regardless of being searched, being found on AI or Google. I'd love to learn more from you on that.
So basically, I was the same when, you know, first of all, when AI came out, it was like that scary moment. What the hell is this? But you know, as it's evolved, I can see the benefits in it. And what drives AI is SEO. It's your good old traditional SEO. So it's still getting those fundamentals in place. I see people saying SEO is dead because of AI. It isn't. Trust me, it is not. And I'm not just saying that because I'm involved in SEO. AI will evolve, but the fundamentals are still going to stay the same. Okay, good site structure, that's important. Fast load speed for the website, very important these days. And mobile friendly design. I mean, obviously most websites now are responsive to all the devices, But again, going back to that valuable and useful, personalized, focused content, that's what's going to drive it. That's what's going to get people into the AI search. When somebody does a search, their business will come up. I mean, a good little trick is just to put into one of the AI tools is best web designers in St. Neots, and hopefully, put your business in there. See if you come up. It will show that you're doing something right with your SEO if you're performing well in the AI tools as well. So, I mean, one important thing I'd like to add, Chris, is to make sure your business details are consistent across your site, not just across your site, across your Google business profile, your social media profiles, and any citations. When I say citations, any business directories, preferably local business directories, if you are concentrating on local clients, that's important as well. But you've got to think of your website as the foundation. Okay, everything else, social media, AI content, SEO, the blogging, and all that, it builds on top of that. Your website is your core foundation. And of course, technical SEO comes into that as well. So you're talking about schema, metadata, alt tags on images, all very, very important. It's important about getting that right first, so that drives your content into AI as well. So the AI tools will see you as a trusted source.
With you. That's brilliant, Martin. I want to kind of go into the how really, and start to give people some examples of what they can do. You've already shared some really great stuff actually on that, but we'd like to kind of dig a bit deeper, if that's okay, Martin, because one of the things that you mentioned earlier, which is the classic FAQs, they ask you answer thing, right? And I wonder if there's kind of more practical examples, Martin, of how you would advise people, update, improve, tweak, optimize, whatever word you want to use, their website in order to be found on AI tools. I'm sure there's so many that you've done for your clients that maybe you could share with our audience.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what I absolutely love about the AI tools is they can help small businesses play on the big field with the big boys as well. It helps small businesses punch above their weight, certainly, because a number of ways you can do that. It speeds up, for me, content creation. That can be social media posts. That can be blog posts, writing blog drafts, FAQs, like we mentioned, and even product descriptions as well. Sometimes we get that brain freeze when it comes to writing these descriptions, and especially with products as well. But the AI tools will help you if you get the prompts right. But the one thing I really want to stress is, you don't just copy and paste. You review it. You review that content. You personalize it. And AI tools, they can even help you analyze, your competitors, where they're ranking for, identify local keyword gaps, generate new content ideas that your audience actually searches for. Again, going back to those questions and answers. So at IconicWeb, we use AI to identify trends, optimize clients' content. So when I say optimize the content, it's the blog posts. That's where really AI is really coming into its own. So it's not a case of just chasing Google. They're trying to show up in those AI summaries as well. You've probably seen it in the Google search results now. As soon as you put something in Google, there's that AI overview at the top, and that's where you want to be. That's where you want to be, get your content to be hitting these days.
It's such an exciting time, isn't it, Martin? Because as I say, like, this just unlocks so much opportunity for small businesses as well as medium and large businesses, of which there are loads of small business owners and marketing managers, etc., watching this now. I wonder, Martin, if you could bring this to life for us, because it's all very well and good talking about theory and methodology and strategy, but in the real world with a real client, how have you seen success when it comes to using AI, being found through AI, obviously your SEO strategies for your clients, and critically, how has that maybe increased leads for that business?
Cool, great question. So the one that springs to mind straight away is I worked with a local windows and doors business that they weren't appearing on Google search at all. When they came to me, they had a one-page website. And they had many different services and products. So this page just scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. But because those different services and products, we couldn't it couldn't be optimized for composite doors, warm roofs, conservatories, because it's all on one page. So we soon identified that there's the biggest issue. We built a new WordPress site for them where AI helps, obviously with keyword research and the content as well. And we filled the site out with different landing pages for the different products and the different services, and not each one was optimized with the help of AI, of course. So we also identified question-based search terms that people were using. So off the top of my head, I think like, how much does replacement windows cost in Norwich? People are actually searching for that. Okay, so we were providing the answers in terms of the content. So we're writing blog posts around those search terms. So again, with the help of the AI, we built a new website, blog content around those questions, which then, of course, they use chunks for their social media posts and linked back to the blog posts. And the search terms that we targeted within a few weeks and months, then they were getting daily inquiries through search, through AI. I think they got that within a matter of weeks. They got the first inquiry that came directly through AI, and also through Google Maps as well. So in a very competitive industry, they're now constantly getting 2 to 4 or 5 good leads a day. And I say good leads.
Martin, I want to forgive me for interjecting here. I'm really excited by this. You said there it took a week then to be found on AI for those leads to start turning up. Is that the time? Is that roughly the time it would take for anyone? Does it depend on what you do on your website for you to be found within a week, or is it something where you can update your website today and tomorrow you could be found on an AI tool? How quickly can a business make an impact here?
It depends on the industry, Chris. It depends on how competitive the industry is. You know, if you're selling windows and doors, it's going to be very, very competitive. If you're selling Wellington boots for Jack Russells, then obviously you're gonna show up fairly quickly because it's very, very niche. Sorry, that's the only example I could really give. I like it. So it can do, yeah. Again, it comes back to the traditional SEO, getting the fundamentals right, but then focusing on getting that content, answering those questions, get those into blog posts, and not just the odd blog post here and there. I would say like cluster content. So you'd have one piece of pillar content. So how much are replacement windows? But then you would have those different windows and different questions about those windows. They would be, so you have that cluster content. So you've got 7, 8, 9 blog posts all around that topic. It's building that authority up. And that's what's going to push that content into the AI, because the AI tools, as well as Google, are going to see you as a trusted source. They're going to see you as an authority.
That is really interesting, Martin. Do you know the thing that I keep thinking about with every one of your answers? I keep thinking blogs are making a comeback here, right? Like blogs are becoming even more important. I feel like so many businesses, they just kind of throw up a blog every now and then because it's what you do. They don't value that authentic, long form content. They throw, and by the way, I'm not doing ourselves down. Obviously, I get short form social media content. It's incredibly impactful in terms of casting your net wider, reach, etc., building your brand, your personal brand, your business. I get that, but it sounds to me like, Martin, blogs are so back. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they have. I mean, they've been around for a long time, but they're probably bigger than ever now because it's just so important. And I always say to clients, because we specialize in WordPress websites, and we always say that every blog post you do is another page that can be indexed and ranked by Google.
Yes.
So
yes.
When you do keyword research, sometimes there's questions or there's search terms that pop up where you can't possibly optimize a page for that. So you think, well, hang on a minute, there's a potential blog post opportunity there. So again, write 4 or 5 blog posts around that subject. But like I said, yeah, blogs are becoming so important. And of course, coming back to what you do, Chris, with the social media, using your blog post to chunk that up, use little snippets from blog posts, you know, your FAQs, you can use those as questions and answers within your short form content on social media, which then links through. I know Facebook and LinkedIn don't really like the external links, but because you take them away from that source, but they still work. It can still drive traffic to your blog post. It can still drive traffic to your website.
That's really good, Martin. You've led me on nicely to ask you about the mistakes to avoid when it comes to, if a business is to start out with the intention of being found through ChatGPT, for example. What are the mistakes that people are making, Martin? What are the common errors where you go, oh, no, don't do that. If you want to be found on AI, do this. Please share as many as you can.
Chris, I'm not going to judge anyone because I've made all these mistakes myself when I first started with AI. So the first and big one is never just take the lazy and easy route by copying and pasting content without at least going over editing it. Adding the personalization, the value, even backstories, a little bit of storytelling in there as well. Google, they can detect patterns and they can penalize thin, duplicate and repetitive content. So if you're just copying and pasting and somebody's also used an AI tool to generate an article which is very, very similar, that's going to get penalized. For me, it doesn't matter if the content is written by AI or by yourself. Okay, as long as it's valuable and it's trusted. So just don't copy and paste and think it's job done. Personalize it, add even more value. So there's one guy now, he's got these little sayings. So he had all these little sayings in which the AI tools would never say. Most of them Americanisms, and that's one of the big things for me where I can spot AI content straight away. A client sent me a blog post to put up on their website, and they hadn't done anything with it, and you've got personalize, optimize, expertise have all still got those Z's in it, not changed to an S. They've still got the hyphens in it, and they're all sure signs that it's AI content. So just go through it, edit the content, and I most definitely personalize it as well, and just put your little bit of spin on it. So another one to avoid is just ignoring that human tone as well. That your personal brand, your tone of voice. If it doesn't sound like you or your brand, it's not going to build trust. You know that as well as I do, Chris. It's about being genuine, being yourself across social media, in your blogging, across your website, and across everything you do with your business. But the local signals as well. So if you neglect the local signals, AI is brilliant, but it doesn't know your community. Okay, it doesn't know your service area unless you actually tell it. Okay, so in the blog content, again, if you've had a piece of content written by AI, go through it, personalize it, get the location in there, tell Google, tell the AI tools where you're based, what you're talking about. Okay. So again, even that goes back to making sure your address and contact details are they're consistent across your website, across your social media profiles, across your Google business profile. That's important. And it's important that they match exactly with your Google business profile on your website as well. And also your local citations, so your business directories where you're listed as well. But the big one for me is not forgetting your audience. Okay. So we write content. Some people write content because they write content because they're told they've got to blog. Okay. Don't forget your audience. AI, it's a tool to help us. Okay. It's not a shortcut. So remember why your audience on your website. Give them value. Give them useful information. Give them a reason to stay on your website and read other blog posts as well. Give them a reason to follow you on social media. Give them a reason to pick up that phone and call you. Okay. So for me, use AI to basically enhance your content, not replace your expertise. So they're the biggest ones for me.
That's really good, Martin, and thank you for sharing those. I'm sure there's loads more that you could advise people on, which we'll get on to in a minute. I think what I'm getting from you, Martin, really is in terms of being found through ChatGPT, Gemini, etc., you're kind of almost leaving a trail of digital breadcrumbs on your website, if you like, for people to kind of nibble on and find you with. And you've spoken about blogs, and I guess that's just a perfect opportunity to drip feed in, just like traditional SEO, kind of keywords and things like that. Am I right or wrong on that, Martin?
Yeah, keywords still play a place. It's we know that we don't stuff it with keywords. It's got to sound natural. Keyword research is always the first step we take when we build somebody's website, even before we touch the website, because it helps with the structure of the website, what the URL is going to be, what the page names are going to be. And keyword research is so important. We all get wrapped up in our own businesses. We think we know what people are searching. Generally, when you do keyword research, it is completely different. And a lot of them are questions. You know, people are asking questions in Google, and obviously more so now the AI tools. So it's thinking about getting those questions. Obviously, you can't, going back to the doors and windows company, you can't name a page, you know, with a question about doors and windows. But again, it's a blog post opportunity. And when you do those blog posts, link them to that product or service page. Internal linking is so important. You know, outlinks are important when you do a blog post. So to be seen as a trusted source within AI tools, where you mention a fact or a stat, you know, link out to find out that source for that fact or that stat and link out to it. Google and AI will then see that you've done your homework, you're a trusted source. That's going to help you push into the AI tools as well.
What a great way of kind of introducing people to all of this, Martin. I really appreciate it. I'm sure our community have found it incredibly valuable. Martin, where can people contact you? How can people do business with you? I'd love to know.
The website is IconicWeb.co.uk. My email address is martin@IconicWeb.co.uk. Phone number, if you want it, is 01480 774 280. And yeah, I'm obviously active on social media as well. So you can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm getting too old in the tooth to be doing TikTok, Chris. I'll leave that to you youngsters.
Martin, you are the first guest to share a phone number on the podcast. So I really look forward to learning whether someone gives you a call now, Martin. Honestly, thank you for your time. Thank you for your wisdom. I really appreciate it, Martin.
No, it's an absolute pleasure, Chris. Thanks for inviting me on.
And thank you so much to everyone that's watched live, watched back, listening back. If you're on YouTube, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you're on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, please do give us a 5-star review, leave a comment. It's massively, massively impactful for the continued growth of our show. Thank you as always for tuning in to A Coffee with Chris, and I'll see you this time.